Wow, it has been an active day. We are privileged to have Sheriff Mike Booth with us, Pottawatomie County Sheriff. Hey, Mike, how does it look out there?
It's looking much better from yesterday and last night. Absolutely, for sure. Out in the county, of course, we had trees down. We had roofs, parts of roofs in the roadway. One roadway is completely blocked by a roof off of a barn. We had trees everywhere, but we had a lot of help. Everybody pitched in. Bethel Fire Department did an amazing job. Our county emergency management is amazing. Did an amazing job. Of course, deputies and assisting agencies that was out checking house to house. And I can tell you right now, the roads are clear. Everything has been accounted for. Everybody's been accounted for. They're still working on electricity. Can't say exactly when that's going to be done, but I know they're working very hard to restore power to everybody out there. So I'm amazed at how fast everything has happened, and it's due to all the hard work, working literally from the time right after the tornado all through the night, and still working on things. But uh, out in the county, I can say that everything looks very good, especially compared to what it was last night.
Well, and Chad Larman, Emergency Management Director for the county, must have had a great plan in place for us to be able to follow, Sheriff. Hey, most people, I mean, we see the damage all around us. Is everybody okay? We've kind of been on pins and needles. That that we wouldn't find people who were desperately hurt and maybe loss of lives.
Absolutely, yeah. We had one minor injury from a lady over on Hardesty Road. Other than that, we're in good shape, which is very amazing looking at the damage uh,
Yeah.
that occurred. So yeah, we're everybody's accounted for and everybody's in good shape. Sometimes you got to walk in because roads and property is blocked by down trees, limbs, power lines, but everybody's was accessed, and either them or they knew and had access to their neighbors, and everybody is in good shape.
Well, I'll tell you, I personally praise God for that. What a what it takes His hand to protect us like that. I firmly believe, but I know that people also. It just seems how tell us the trail of the storm, Sheriff, if you would, across the county. How did it actually end up trailing out? Can you kind of describe that for us?
It kind of came at an angle from southwest to northeast. Started down around, I think it hit the ground somewhere around Waco and Gaddy Road out in the county. And then you
Okay.
can see the path that it took kind of at a northeast direction till it got up towards Shawnee. And then it looked like it went straight north. It kind of turned and went straight north and did, obviously, as we know, significant damage in the Shawnee area.
It's pretty interesting how those things kind of trail. Is there anywhere that somebody could go to maybe even see that trail, or are there going to be photos or anything like that, perhaps that the county can make available?
We will make that available. Yes, we do have that. We do have a map that shows the track of the tornado. That is available. Chad Larman, our emergency manager, I know would have that information as well. Most people have these things on their phone through an app. Some of my guys do. Emergency management does as well. I personally don't have that, just
Mhm.
because I have a ton of other things going on there. But yeah, they have that, and we can make that available.
Well, man, just recently I realized that over the 15 years that you've been here, we have been one of the, if not the most awarded sheriff department out of all 72 in the state. You got to be proud of your guys and how everybody came together.
Absolutely. And that's because of, not just because of the dedication and hardworking men and women at the sheriff's office, but our extended family that we have great relationships with, that we come together, work together as a team to get things done for the citizens that we took an oath to protect and serve. That means something to us, and we go out there and do our best. I had people last night, one of my lieutenants, example, day shift lieutenant, at about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. He said, I think I'll just hang out till the meeting at 7 so we can help coordinate everything. I said, it's not necessary. Go home and get some sleep. He goes, no, I'm amped up. I'm ready to go. Let's get some more stuff done. I had to call it quits about that time myself. But we have people that are so dedicated to, they focus, they're mission focused, and it's all of us working together to make those things happen. That's what it's been.
Yeah, I can certainly understand that. The stories, the positive stories, just keep rolling in. Mike, was there anything in particular that you can remember throughout the night when it's so hectic that you just kind of had that semblance of, man, I'm so thankful that this person is here, or a story that you heard about just people helping people in this time of such need?
I
Anything
can't
stand out?
I can't nothing specific because they were all everything was
Hmm.
incredible. When I sat down with the chief and some of the guys at Bethel Fire Department so we could talk about where they've been, what they've done, just amazing. Some of them that had to take shelter from the tornado while they were out underneath equipment, underneath other safe areas as the tornado came by was obviously pretty scary. We had we had some oil tanks that was hit by lightning. One of
Oh,
my deputies that was watching the tornado seen that, actually has it on his camera where the lightning hit the tank, it exploded, erupted into fire,
wow.
and but to be able to dodge the tornado and the path of the tornado and the debris, the stories of that. And as I was on the phone with some of them as we were tracking the tornado and talking about those things. But then again, then after that, just like our county emergency management that had the plan intact, could help direct resources from what we'd already done to where it needed to be to map that out and be able to get everybody where a lot of people want to help, but where do you help? What's our priorities? You have to establish that pretty quick. So a lot of preliminary work was done, and we've been prepared for things like this for a while to a certain degree. But every incident has specifics to that, the areas that it hits, the people affected, et cetera. So to have all that specific plan in place and to be able to act on that and call on those resources to get there pretty quick was pretty amazing by everybody involved. And I can't say one specific thing because everything was great. Lincoln County, that the sheriff himself came down with his deputies to help out. Absentee Shawnee, Citizen Pottawatomie Tribe, Oklahoma City Police Department, places from all over that
Wow.
I would just, it was amazing when they show up and say, "What can we do to help? What do we need to do?" And that was it. It was, and everybody scurried and was going in the direction they need to go to do their part. So
Well, one amazing thing, just to have that on video. Would you allow your deputy possibly to share that with us? We'd love to have him on and talk to him and maybe show everybody just how devastating something like that could be.
absolutely, absolutely. Lieutenant Jared Strand was the one out at that time. In fact, he thought the tornado was going to hit his house. As a matter of fact,
Oh,
so and he was telling me on the phone, "I think it's going to hit. I think it's going to hit." We know tornadoes are pretty. They may track, they may lower down, they may lift up. We don't know. One house can be fully intact, the next house be completely destroyed. So it's kind of funny how those things work. But he as we put people in behind the tornado to follow the path to see if it does hit a structure, a home, et cetera, someone may be trapped, so we can report that and get in there and try to get those people out as soon as possible. So that's what he was doing when it was tracking to his house, and that's when at the point that where he was able to see the lightning and the explosion of the oil tanks was pretty amazing. And the fireman, the Bethel fireman that was there when all this was going on, and just listening to them as we were trying to get as much information as we could to know what happened, what resources were where, and what we had already taken care of, so we didn't double our efforts. So, but yeah, it was. But I can get that to you. I can have him get that to you.
that'll be awesome. I think that our area residents would really appreciate seeing something like that. But now, as area residents, and you're talking, Sheriff, about everybody coming together as we go forward, of course, it causes stress, causes us to get stronger. And this was very stressful. But how do we move forward? How do we help get stronger now into the future? Is there an effort being put together or something being coordinated where citizens can actually pitch in and help each other?
Um, that part I do not know,
Okay.
and I'll be honest.
We can talk.
I
We
haven't
can
said
talk with Chad about that. Oh, sometimes you throw questions out there that there might not be an answer for. But
I
there you
had a phone call. One of many. So I was trying to get rid of it. So
no problem. We can talk to Chad about that, but I'm sure something moving into the future, the people will be able to help, huh?
absolutely, and a lot of people did help last night. Chainsaws, tractors, etc. And that's happened every single time. So people that come out and just start doing their part and pitching in, clearing roadways, cutting limbs, pulling debris off the roadway, getting their tractors out there. That's and it's not something that someone has to sit there and supervise. It's
Yeah.
something that people come together in that area, in that community, and bring the resources that they have available and pitch in. It's easy to see what needs to be done. We need to get this tree out of the road. So
Yeah.
those are, those things happen all over. Our citizens are amazing. It's not just first responders and emergency services. Our citizens that work together with us to be able to help specifically in those areas. Sometimes, and we've had situations in the past where you couldn't get into someone other than walking a quarter of a mile or more, like some places now, to get into someone, find out they need emergency medical assistance. So we have to get them out and get them to a location so they can get that. Well, citizens understand that, and they've been able to go and help clear that way for us, for emergency services, for themselves to get in and check on their neighbors. And it's an amazing effort that everybody does now and has done for a while. We're just getting much better at it every time, and hopefully this is the last. We know it's not, but we get better and better at it each time.
And what a story that is, Sheriff. You're so right. I mean, thank you for correcting me. People just jump in and make it happen. And so often, we hear all of the negatives and the fear and those kind of things, but there are a lot of wonderful stories that come through times like this.
Absolutely. Makes you pretty proud to be a part of everything that's going on,
Yeah.
that we accomplished something together and made stuff happen for everybody.
Well, you've accomplished a lot in your tenure. You are the only sheriff that I know of in Pottawatomie County ever to get both the Sheriff of the Year for all 72 counties, and now you're in the Hall of Fame. Congratulations to our sheriff, Mike Booth. And Mike, thank you very much for taking your time, because I know you're very busy, for talking to all of us.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for what you do and getting that information out to our folks. Appreciate it.
Well, remember, Shawnee, all of us, and man, this is just another great story of together we build community one season at a time. This is tornado season, and man, we just need to bind together and help each other out all throughout each of the days. Thanks again, Sheriff Mike Booth.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.